Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So when life throws you a curveball, what do you do? So we actually had to find that out this week. It started on Wednesday night. It started raining. It rained Thursday and Friday all day. Into Saturday, stopped a little bit. Sunday it rained again, stopped on Monday. Tuesday it rained, Wednesday, and the morning of the 4th, we woke up to this. So in case you don't recognize, this is my basement and this is what I call my cold room. There's about 2 inches or so of standing water on this floor right here in front of the threshold. Because my basement slopes towards the middle where the drain is, there is about 2 inches or up to this lip or this step here on the doorway, the threshold, and we have water standing all through the basement. And the 8 years that we have lived here, we have never, ever seen this much standing water in our basement ever before. We run a dehumidifier sometimes. We have done that in the past because in the cracks, we've seen it moist, I will say, but never any standing water. It's under our brand new freezer here. It's along our walls, just about every single wall at this point. Here is our dehumidifier that we run sometimes into the drain. We've never seen water standing around here in the drain. Never against this chimney stack that's in the middle. Never underneath our brand new furnace. Never underneath our hot water heater. I don't understand how it's in the middle of the room. It's like it's seeping up through the actual slab itself. There is a good inch under our brand new furnace there. And on this side, I don't know if you can see it, there's like a little step down that our furnace sits into, and it was almost like sleeping up under here. This our hot water heater. It's never been under there before. And on this side, it's not as bad. I don't see any water. This is hubby's workbench, just stuff like that. Just some storage. We always had things up off the floor because it's a basement, obviously. So things are up on plastic or on wood chucks or on pallets. And we never had any water on this side. But you can see it is damp right here along the wall. I've never seen water or any kind of dampness over here in this corner where I keep my laundry stuff and other supplies. I've never seen water over here. And it is completely over our, pretty much all of our basement floor. It has rained for a week straight, pretty much on and off for a week straight. A week and a half we have been dealing with this. We've been actually pumping out water twice a day for the past week and a half. So we have to make a really big decision here what we're going to do going forward, because we cannot lose this food storage here. This is our main source of our preps here, and this is where we store things. Now, it's the next day, and as you can see, the water has risen again. Actually, it's higher than it was the previous day. This is the very next day, and as you can see, this whole floor is pretty much inundated with standing water. This is the morning of the next day, and yeah, it rained all last night, and here it is, and yeah. We've been pumping it out constantly, and it's getting worse. It's not getting any better. It's getting worse. As you can see, there's water all over the place here. There's more standing water here. It's coming in places that it wasn't the previous day. So there's a lot of water now all over the place, and the puddles are bigger. And this is our drain that's in the middle of our basement, and the dehumidifier is working overtime to try and help this. And this right here was never any wetness. This is in front of our, well, where I stock our wheat berries. And as you can see, in the previous shots, it was bone dry right here, and now it is completely wet. So I don't know what we're going to do. We have to make some really extremely important decisions here, what we need to do. And we're probably going to have to put in a French drain to try and mitigate this problem that we're having with water that we've never had in the past 8 years that we have lived here. So now this is it, about 4 days dry. We're running the dehumidifier to try and dry this up completely. This is probably the worst we've ever seen it. This right here. This is as wet as it's ever been in our basement before this whole issue started about a week and a half ago. Now, this along this wall was never this wet before. But as you can see, the rest of the cracks that were wet before are now dry. Our sump pump area, not sump pump because we don't have one of those. We probably should. Our area where our drain is now completely dry. Under our furnace, and our hot water heater is dry as well. So this area had a lot of standing water, but it is completely dry now. So we have decided to get a couple of quotes from basement system companies, or to get a French drain installed, like something like this. And we have actually got 3 appointments with 3 different companies to get an estimate of how much it would cost to put this kind of system into our basement so we don't have these water issues going forward. So I will keep you abreast as to what we decide to do with that. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos.